What's up, everyone? Here we are with the 26th of April Game TV tournament. These are obviously low-key quick tournaments, so it should only be a couple of hours or so. We're going to be casting one game per round, hopefully, up until the semis, at which point we're going to cast both semis, the third place match and the finals. So our first match, we're going to have Maximus versus Shadow Phoenix. Two regulars who you may have seen if you've been watching previous Game TV tournaments. And yeah, let's get it started. Alright, so we've got Maximus playing Strong Arm and Shadow Phoenix playing Jade. This is very expected if you've watched these players. These guys, this is the decks they always play.
2, 1. New objective.
Cheese pudding.
Yeah, well, thank you for the sub, Benvin. So yeah, these are the decks that you always see these two guys playing. Maximus has got his standard triple infantry, double air Wolverine deck. Shadow Phoenix is on the triple infantry laser drone Jade deck, but with stealth tank instead of Phantom, which is a concession to Razorbacks, I believe. A lot of people playing stealth tank over Phantom these days because of Razorbacks. Generally speaking, I think this matchup can go either way. I wouldn't say either player is heavily favored. It's quite hard for Maximus to kill Chem Troopers in the early game because he only has Talons, which are quite low DPS. But in the late game, the Wolverine is actually very good. This is one of the few matchups where Wolverine doesn't suck. Wolverine actually is pretty good against Chem Warrior deck. As you can see, the Chem Warriors kill all of the rifles, only losing 2 models. Second one to that Talon. It's really going to come down to, can the Talons kill the Chems? Because the jump jets need to take care of the bikes. So Maximus, here you can see he's got the jump jets on the bikes, he's got Talon on both pads. Here comes the Talon spam to contest all the pads. This is going to go well for Maximus. He's got good matchups everywhere. Nice turret to block incoming units. And yeah, Maximus takes it pretty comfortably. This is one of the classic issues that happens in a rifle war. If you win the rifle war, you're often left with a bunch of rifles that are no longer useful. If your opponent doesn't go into lasers or missiles, you just have these rifles that are bad versus their vehicles or air. And then it can be really hard for you to win that first missile. So what I think we should have seen Shadow Phoenix do is engage a little bit more aggressively with his riflemen. If he knew he was going to make Chem Troopers to fight the rifleman, then he didn't need his rifleman around anymore. The classic mistake you see people make where they tech switch first and then their opponent is able to punish them. The Shadow Phoenix tech switch first effectively. It's not really a tech switch because it's still barracks, but it's such a high investment that it's like a tech switch. And then Maximus is able to switch into air and punish him. Whereas if Shadow Phoenix had just stuck with rifles and Maximus was forced to make a Talon, then Shadow Phoenix could have responded with the bikes. Alright, so Shadow Phoenix takes care of that Talon. There's an Orca still around. Maximus, the biggest power unit for Shadow Phoenix is these Chems. You can see he's making 2 Chems. They're quite hard for Maximus to deal with. But this first one's going down to this turret. Nice switch with the lasers up top there. That means he's going to hold that pad, but just long enough. Holds him just long enough. But here comes the Wolverine, and I think this is going to be game over. Yeah, there it is. He can't get back on the middle pad. Maximus takes it. Very well played from Maximus.
Unit lost.
Alright guys, here we are with the second game, Shadow Phoenix versus Maximus. As you may have noticed in the corner, we have AliciaDestiny, who failed to check into today's tournament. And therefore is not competing. But instead we get her to cast.
Because I screwed up the JD check-in. That was my fault. It's not anybody else's fault. I'm just...
Basically what happened, yeah.
I just like to blame other things. I don't like taking responsibility.
That's smart decision. As you can see her green screen behind her.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Whoever gets to the middle wins, you know?
Yeah, Alicia, for those of you who don't know, AliciaDestiny is, well, most of you probably know she likes War Factory quite a lot. But those of you
the reason I don't like this opening blade, let me tell you this.
Here we go.
Because if it was riflemen versus missile troops or riflemen versus dogs, it's like you're gonna see some action at the start. You see this, you see both people stalling. This is not fun to watch.
Alicia hates rifle mirrors, basically.
Yeah, it's dumb.
I personally,
it's not fun to watch.
I like rifle mirrors quite a lot because I think they're quite skill intensive. They're quite positional based. Like, it's not just hard countering each other. This is what we really like to see is the pop capping.
Shadow Phoenix won the standoff, and now he pop capped himself.
Yeah, that is often what happens. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like nobody wins from like the rifleman mirrors.
All right, so Maximus looking very strong.
Just because of this pop cap.
Looking very strong. Well, he lost first missile because Maximus tech switched into air and Shadow Phoenix did not respond in a quick and appropriate manner.
Really good competitive pit blocks.
Yeah.
Razorback come in and have the jump jets.
Yeah, Razorback comes in, cleans up most of the infantry. The Talons are, of course, a very good answer to the Razorbacks. And unless pit bulls...
It's like every time the Orca doesn't have full ammunition, I always try to retreat it.
Yeah.
But it never has enough to take out a pit bull.
Yeah, that's definitely what Maximus should have done there. He kind of suicided that Orca a little bit. I think he was okay with it because he'd made so much value off it already. It already killed like 2 or 3 pit bulls, and he was trying to get a third there. Looks like he's going for the harvester kills. I think he wants to try and unlock that Wolverine. He needs a little bit of extra money to do that since it's such an expensive unit.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Yeah, you'll see Maximus do this a lot. When he's playing against Razorbacks, he'll just throw Talons at them. Like, this is something a lot of people don't do because it feels wrong. He's suiciding units over and over. But actually, killing the Razorback is so important. And the Talons are so cheap that it's okay to just throw them away.
Also, a lot of people don't like Talon because I feel like Talon's a very like micro-intensive unit. You don't play that because you always have to be throwing them all around. It's like I noticed a lot of people just don't build enough units. So with Talon, you constantly have to be spamming them.
All right, well, Shadow Phoenix takes complete control of this missile, kills everything, mostly because Maximus was unable to chase down that Razorback in time. He does finally get this Wolverine out. Now, Wolverine is not going to be great in this matchup. There's Mohawks and Pitbulls and Sandstorms that deal with Wolverine okay. But Shadow Phoenix is not close to that Sandstorm. So, Wolverine with jump jets might be okay here. I'm not 100% sure how long it takes a Wolverine to kill a Razorback. I think it's quite a long time.
Once the Sandstorm does come out, though, it might be very, very hard to Maximus to come back. Like Sandstorm and Razorback kills everything in Maximus's whole deck.
Well, actually, Sandstorm is so much weaker now. Since the hit point nerf, it's really easy to kill a Sandstorm with jump jets or missiles. So, whilst if he gets a Sandstorm and Razorback set up in a combo, like you're saying, then yeah, that could be hard. But you can see here, the Razorback is nearby, and
it was a big blunder trying to get out the Sandstorm.
Yeah.
It took him too long, and then Maximus just occupied the pads.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Maximus just had complete control of the map for the whole third missile because Shadow Phoenix was saving up for that Sandstorm. Okay, here we go. Round 2. Copycat versus Omlette. We've got Seth against Solomon. I suspect we'll see a pretty standard Solomon list from Omlette here. Not really sure what Copycat's going to be bringing, though. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
so it's
a standard Solomon deck.
It's like a natural sky deck.
Spammy low-cost crap deck.
And as you see here, both players moving their harvester from the default position to the triple Tiberium spot. This is a hugely important play to make. Otherwise, you will lose money in the middle of the game when the first Tiberium spot runs out. So yeah, Omlette is playing. It's actually just Reb's Solomon deck. So yeah, that is the super spammy Solomon deck, as you said. And Copycat is playing... This looks like a natural sky deck. I don't know if Nat Sky normally plays laser drones, but he definitely used to before Shade came out. Natural Sky loves these Mutant Marauder Venom decks.
It's an interesting deck to be honest. I wouldn't have make anything like this.
Yeah, it's definitely an off-meta deck.
You know, I would think twice playing with mutants in my deck, especially when Razorbacks are everywhere. That's it.
I agree, honestly. I think like this deck relies heavily on the Phantom for anti-air, which is fine because Phantom is like the best anti-air unit in the game.
It also relies heavily on your opponent not having Razorback because then you're gonna have a really bad.
I kind of agree with you on that one. It seems like it's gonna be weak to Razorback, which is an awkward place to be. All right, so Copycat's just desperately trying to get on these pads for long enough to fire the missile.
Attack the pit bulls. The mutants are preoccupied with the riflemen.
Yep. He does take it because the bikes live just long enough. He managed to kill one of the pit bulls, which meant that the bikes lived just about long enough. So Omlette probably not very happy with how that turned out. The rifles actually end up going down to the mutants in the long run. Some flamers came in to help, but yeah, you can see how long mutants live against rifles, which is a huge part of why rifles are strong. Omlette here putting both bikes to one man and then running away. A pretty classic pop capping strategy.
And the mutants are also at a one squad. We've got 3 units pop capped right now.
Yep, and there's the flamer as well. Omlette definitely aggressively pop capping here. Copycat using his one-man squads to kill the harvester because mutants still have good damage even as a one-man squad. So both players flush with cash here. Neither player really needs to rebuild their harvester, but neither player can do anything because they're both pop capped. Yeah, there's one-man drone squad and a one-man... Oh, Copycat's choosing not to pop cap anymore. He killed that drone. And he's killing these jump jets. So it looks like it's just Omlette trying to pop cap. Copycat's just trying to play the game.
Yeah, I think neither of them are going to build Harvester now. It's like Omlette has a 260 tip, Copycat has a ridiculous amount of money too.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a Iron Cannon from Omlette right now on the bottom pad. Oh, really surprised not to see this Iron Cannon. Wow, and the game almost loses the game without using the Iron Cannon. There's the Iron Cannon. Nice little block with the Pitbull there to make sure the bikes don't escape the Iron Cannon.
The Phantom isn't going to take out the drones in time.
No, it's going to take ages.
Like three volleys to take out all of that.
Yep, he's going to lose it to the Pitbull before it kills the drones.
He needs to block on the top. You know, if he doesn't block, bikes get in, but he has both pads.
Yeah, Omlette gets good matchups on both pads. Finally takes it down there. So one missile apiece now.
He needs to rebuild his Harvester now. He's now out of money.
Yeah, Omlette's now completely broke. Copycat rebuilt his Harvester during that missile, realizing that he wasn't going to win it. He decided to get the economic advantage instead. Omlette, really surprised to see him not rebuild his Harvester yet. I think this is insane. Like, I actually think this is complete madness to have not built the Harvester yet. There's no way he wins third missile on no half.
He needs to either take out Copycat's Harvester or build one of his own. Or he's just stuck to building 10 cost units.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, most of his units are cheap. But when he wants to spam, when he gets to the mid game, when the missile's about to fire, and he needs to spam jump jets and pitbulls and talons, which are his more expensive units, he's not going to be able to afford that, and that's going to really hurt him, I think. Although he is very close to killing this Harvester. Oh, now he rebuilds the half.
Now the Harvester comes out.
I feel like at this point, when he's this close to killing the half as well, yeah.
I mean, he killed the Harvester.
Yeah, he doesn't need it now. Although with the half kill and his own half, he might be able to save up for another Iron Cannon.
Drones and talons at the top spot just to stall.
Doesn't look like he's going to get there in time.
That was nice. That was really nice from Copycat.
Yeah, very nice play there from Copycat.
Really nice block.
And yeah, I think Omlette ended up losing that one because he just ran out of money, right? All right, second game, Omlette versus Copycat. Omlette switching to Kane here. Very excited to see. Hoping to see some Frobelisk. Yeah, Kane flame tank.
That's the first thing I noticed. The flame tank versus the Basilisk. Oh my god.
Wow, Copycat's gone. This is kind of a gigantic beating for Omlette because he's got this flame tank splash, and then Copycat randomly has a Basilisk that also is immune to the Kane Tower. So, yeah, pretty awkward for Omlette.
The super hard counter the Phantom.
Yeah, a stealth tank is pretty good against Phantom. So I think Copycat's favored on this one on deck. This
definitely.
I think Copycat probably brought the Basilisk anticipating something like a Titan. I think like the Titan, the Basilisk plus Stealth Tank is what he plays against Titan and Mammoth, which are two very common decks on this map. So I think maybe he was expecting that, but instead Omlette is randomly playing a Flame Tank, which also is bad against the Basilisk. Basilisk is kind of the best anti-tech unit in the game, really. Like Basilisk, I used to play Basilisk as an anti-GDI tech because that's the thing it's best against. All right, so Omlette takes first missile very easily, which makes sense because Copycat's double half. I think Copycat's made a pretty big mistake going double harvester here because he isn't going to need this Basilisk unless Omlette makes a flame tank, and the Basilisk is unlikely to be. I don't know if Basilisk will be dominant enough to win the game on its own.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Especially since the majority of Copycat's deck is like war factories. So Omlette anyway is going to make a lot of like laser troops. Yep. We'll
have to wait and see how it goes. I mean, Copycat's deck is just very expensive in general. Like his cheapest unit is 20.
It's going to be escorted with the chemical buggy.
Yep. So Omlette's
gonna. I would just have it sit there, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Copycat's over microing this Basilisk, and now he's ended up putting it in the middle of a bunch of units. I think Copycat should suicide. Yeah, he's doing it. He's suiciding the Fanatics into the Chem Cloud. No, he isn't doing it anymore. I was gonna say I think he should suicide.
Should like be in the original spot that it was to begin with.
Yeah, I agree. Moving it around.
All moving was just ridiculous. It got killed.
I agree completely. Moving it around at all was just a big misplay, I think. Oh, and here comes the Obelisk. This is actually going to be decent here. It's going to take out this Chem Buggy, and if the tank moves up, it'll kill that as well. The Copycat's forced to go Basilisk.
He just stop moving. He needs to leave it there.
Yep, here it's boosted now, so he just needs to leave it standing still. I don't think he should ever move this Basilisk again.
Shoot at the bike so you can take the bike out faster. Second Basilisk comes down and take out the Obelisk.
He needs a stealth tank now to deal with this Phantom. This is getting close. I don't think Copycat's going to manage it.
He needs to move the Basilisk off, move the stealth tank forward.
I think that's it. I think Omlette's got it. And yeah,
blocks.
there it is. This is exactly what I was saying about how the Basilisk is not a good enough win condition to beat Omlette just playing an aggro deck. Like Basilisk is a great tech counter.
As a support unit. The problem is he tried to push forward with the Basilisk, and that actually cost him the game.
All right, here we go. Match point: Omlette versus Copycat. Omlette switching to Jackson here, and Copycat now playing the Solomon. Interested to see what decks they're bringing. Pretty long load time, for some reason. So, got any plans later?
I guess not. I know there's actually a bug. When it gets to a really long like loading screen, you could actually do emotes in the loading screen. I swear.
That's hilarious.
I've seen it happen once, and I tried to replicate it, but I just don't know where the button is.
That's really funny. Oh dear. All right, so we see the Alicia's favorite opening, the double rifle from both players.
Yeah. The rifleman standoff.
Unit ready.
Where whoever wins is completely based on positioning, and whoever gets to pad first.
To be fair, the way the game was originally designed, it was supposed to be that defender's advantage mattered a lot, so that is actually intentional. This is how Rivals is supposed to be played.
Unit lost.
Like from the designer's point of view. I'm not saying from a good player's point of view this is how Rivals should be played. I'm just saying this is what the designer's intended.
Omlette's doing some pop capping right now.
Some filthy pop capping from Omlette. I think these riflemen are low enough hit points that Copycat could suicide them in Tiberium. I think he should be. He's choosing to make a wall with them on the pad. Here come the Talons. This is what a lot of people do. They put your rifles to 1 and they just make triple Talon. Put a Talon on each pad and then kill your stuff. The Copycat responds immediately with his own Talon, and he's got the APC.
Ooh.
So it's not going to be enough. Omlette still takes the missile, even despite the pop, despite Copycat's response with the Talon. So Omlette using the pop capping there to get that Talon. Both players go double harvester here. Very interesting. Omlette looking to disrupt a rush Copycat's base. Copycat just wants to spam ions. I'm not sure if you can dodge an ion with a disruptor, even with boost. I'd be interested to see how that goes.
I'm not sure. I'm actually surprised by the double hearts with Copycat. Copycat doesn't have a single attack or late game unit.
Yeah, this is a thing Copycat does sometimes. He has this strategy where he plays double harvester APC Solomon and just spams ion cannons and APCs. Ooh, disruptor doesn't dodge, but it only takes half damage. Copycat completely pop capped here.
In the center of the blast.
Yep, and here comes the second disruptor.
The APC doesn't want the disruptor going through.
The Copycat now needs to basically win 2 missiles whilst fending off disruptors from his base.
Yeah, he just needs to keep up on the micro, and then the disruptors can't squeeze through.
Here comes the tech switch from Omlette into the jump jets.
Yeah, what he needs is a one Orca, or the Orca should be able to deal with disruptors, and that's what he builds.
Well, the APC does kill the disruptor in the top. I've ever seen an APC kill a disruptor before.
Honestly, I didn't even know who was going to win that fight.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I figured it was probably APC, because APC actually has like good damage versus vehicles. Here comes another ion. I think Copycat shouldn't be aiming at where the disruptor's going.
It should be aiming right on.
Yeah, he should just be aiming on its head, because it can't move that fast, even if it turns around.
Oop, disruptor squeezing through.
Oh, can the APC block? Wow, a disruptor versus APC tile contention war. What an absurd sight. Oh, disruptor's on the base. I think that might be game. I think that's game. Disruptor's boosted on the base. There's nothing Copycat can do.
Oh yeah, it's
So there it is. It's over. Wow.
Now this the base, that's something you never see before.
All right, round 3, Omlette versus Conrad. Seeing Kane again from Omlette. Conrad playing Jade. I don't know Conrad that well, but I think Jade is a pretty normal deck for him.
It's good to see matches like these. Just like, because you always see like Oksana versus Liang all the damn time, or like Seth, because that's what meta is. I don't feel like Jade or Kane is meta right now.
I think we see Jade quite a lot. Jade is like a very popular commander in.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't know
definitely used to be meta, but not anymore.
Yeah. I don't want to like. I feel like Jade was, like you're saying, Jade was very popular in meta for a little while, and there's a lot of players who started playing tournaments during that time and have stuck with Jade, even when Jade has fallen out of favor. So we see Jade from I don't know how to say this without sounding disrespectful, but we see Jade from a lot of like the tier 2 tournament players.
Tier 2 tournament.
Well, you know, the guys who don't win every week, but the guys who always lose to the big dogs. Like, they play Jade a lot, I find.
I feel like that is disrespectful, though.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know how else to describe it.
I guess that is one way to describe it. I know exactly what you mean. I guess there isn't a respectful way for saying that.
The talented but not amazingly talented players.
You know, if I was on me, I would just blast the chemical buggy with the tank. I don't know why I was focusing on the bikes.
Yeah, also he keeps
The
moving
chemical buggy
it.
was definitely a lot higher value target.
It keeps burrowing and unburrowing, and like he missed a lot of shots here by this tick tank burrowing and unburrowing over and over. But he does take the missile finally with the strength of the ticks. We saw Conrad doing some very nice dancing there earlier on, but it hasn't really mattered that much. Omlette still takes the missile with the brute force tick tanks. These mutants come in though. Mutants are very good at killing tick tanks. Even burrowed tick tanks go down reasonably quickly to mutants.
Oh yeah, they got a ridiculous amount of DPS.
Yeah.
But Conrad needs some air units, but unfortunately only air units he has is Fana.
Yeah, he's playing a chuggy Marauder deck, which is not that popular in the metagame anymore. Mostly because Fanatics beats it so easily. Like you can see here, the Fnatic deck just absolutely dominates it. And here comes the Frobelisk. This is not good for Conrad. He's pretty locked out now. Here comes a cat missile, but I mean, it doesn't matter. There's already a new tick tank, and I think that's going to be game. And yeah, that matchup lined up very nicely for Omlette, I think.
Honestly, I feel like Kane is going to become meta soon. On maps where there's only 2 pads and the Obelisk can cover both pads, I feel like it's going to be really strong in upcoming tournaments.
Alright, game 2, Conrad versus Omlette. We're seeing a Liang mirror here, and Conrad has the whale Liang skin that you could only get by purchasing a bundle back when it was available.
Winning a skin in a tournament, but I don't think anybody chose Liang.
That's true, you could win it in a community tournament, but yeah, I don't believe anyone's chosen the golden Liang yet. Alright, so
I would. You know,
Alicia's favorite opening again, the rifle mirror.
Yep, I love this. So much action.
And Omlette is playing an APC deck with Talon as their drone swarm. Conrad playing the SRPSS Titan meta deck.
Any double harvesters?
Which is what you're supposed to do, I believe, in a GDI mirror. GDI is just so bad at fighting tech, right? Like GDI just almost always loses tech mirrors.
The thing is, pit bulls aren't that good at killing harvesters than attack bikes.
Yeah. And also, like, there's a lot of tech units, like Titan really struggles against bikes, but annihilates pit bulls.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's also just the fact that Nod is faster and more capable of closing a game out quicker, like before tech becomes relevant. Wow, GDI, Omlette getting smacked around here pretty badly. Oh, he gets his Liang on the pad, nice. Oh, Hammerhead to counter Liang, that's an aggressive counter. Doesn't quite flip it though. Omlette's gonna win this pitbull mirror.
He needs to put another pitbull on the top right pad
before the Hammerhead die. Well, actually APC is decent air damage, right? So the APC will take it out eventually. Yeah, here comes the second pitbull. See, he moves the first pitbull. I think he's intentionally.
I would actually put the Hammerhead in back and try and save the Hammerhead and give up the first missile.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You're gonna get Titans anyway.
I agree with you. I think that the Hammerhead, you need the Hammerhead with the you need the Hammerhead when you get the Titan out. So it makes more sense to save it.
Really bad right there.
Yeah, really bad. But something that Omlette did that was really nice play that I didn't get a chance to mention. When his fresh pitbull came out, he didn't immediately put it on the pad. He actually waited until the missile was about to fire in an attempt to get the flip when he killed the Hammerhead. Didn't quite manage it because Conrad got another unit on the pad, but that would have meant that if he killed the Hammerhead and Conrad didn't have a unit to replace it, Conrad would have only had like 2 seconds to replace that unit instead of the usual 5 or 6 or however much it normally is.
Yeah, it's a very high level play that
not really nice play.
People are actually aware of.
So here comes the classic. This is the classic plan of the Titan deck: is just to deny your opponent's economy. Just use Hammerheads to kill harvesters. Oh, sorry, Titans to kill harvesters, and then you make Razorbacks Titans and Hammerheads to kill everything. Omlette actually has a decent amount of cash here. He doesn't necessarily need that harvester. So now Conrad basically needs to just drain Omlette's resources by just using very expensive, powerful units like Hammerheads and Razorbacks. It's not clear whether he's... The thing is, this Titan effectively is just unkillable. That's its job, is just to be
What Comet needs to do is
indestructible.
put his harvesters in the pad.
Yeah,
He has 480 Tiberium. He badly needs to do that.
Yep. But here you can see the Hammerhead just annihilates Talon. And this is basically the game plan of the deck. The Titan just lives forever, and then you just need to
And it
hold
works
one other pad.
a lot better than Phantom, because when you have like 3 Talons versus like Phantom, the Phantom gets overwhelmed.
Yeah.
The Hammerhead doesn't need to reload.
Yep, Hammerhead actually much better versus Talon than It's like the one time when you want Hammerhead rather than Phantom is against Talons. Otherwise, Phantom is vastly superior. So Omlette now trying to spam missiles. As you can see, Liang makes Titan ignore missiles completely.
What
Like,
Comet needs to do is he needs to take out all that crap in front of him and put his harvesters on Omlette's Tiberium. Complete denied.
I think Conrad should just be putting his harvesters on the back and middle pad and then moving Titans onto the front pads.
Exactly. He
Although,
should do something. That one harvester sitting at the back completely laid off. Have
Yeah.
nothing to.
at this point, though, there's nothing Omlette can do. Like, he can't kill Titans.
Unemployment pay for having that harvester back there. Come on.
Omlette needs Orcas. I actually don't know why Omlette hasn't made Orcas. He has 250 Tiberium.
Yeah,
He
I
could
was
afford
wondering that
Orcas.
myself. That's like the freaking Titan counter.
Yeah, I don't know why he tried to use missiles instead of Orcas there. And he has quite a lot of cash, so I don't know why he did that. But yeah, Conrad takes that down pretty easily with the Titan deck. Alright, match point. Conrad versus Omlette. We've got Oksana versus Solomon. I did get deck submissions for this one, so we should be looking at Reb Solomon versus a Fnatic Phantom deck. Yep. So it is Reb Solomon against the Alicia deck. The Alicia Nod, which is, I believe, the most successful tournament deck of all time.
Yeah, as iconic as the deck is, I really don't think that it works in the current meta.
Sure. Alright, so we see a
I'm not
misclick
just
from
saying that
Omlette
because it's
there.
my deck. It's just, I don't know.
Omlette
I feel like
misclicked
it's
his
not
air
good
tower.
against
So he has not got a harvester. This is really bad for Omlette because Conrad went bikes first. So now Omlette is complete. He went War Factory opening, then misclicked his air tower. Now he's broke and can't afford a harvester. I think that's just going to cost him the game, honestly. I don't see how he comes back now. He needs, like, he has no money and he can't beat bike spam. Yeah, so we see Omlette switching into jump jet
Yeah,
troopers.
that's quite a blunder.
Yeah, this is a huge issue. Alright, so Omlette switching into jump jets. Luckily for him, Conrad did make a Scorpion tank, which is a huge investment into a unit that is going to do nothing against Omlette's jump jets.
Yeah, I think Conrad should have saw that Omlette didn't have a harvester. It's like when I make a Scorpion tank, it's because I'm trying to kill the harvester.
Yep, agreed.
Omlette did not have a harvester there. So I
Agreed.
feel like the Scorpion tank was a bad move.
Yeah, there's no way I would have gone Scorpion there. And Omlette manages to take this first missile. This is a huge deal for Omlette because now he's in a position where he can potentially get a harvester out. And he desperately needs to do that. But he can now make 10. He can make 10 cost units to block long enough to get his harvester live, and then maybe defend. I don't know if he's going to be able to pull it off. It's such a negative to be in this spot, but he at least has a chance now. I really hope we see harvester from Omlette soon, because without it, he doesn't have a chance.
Oh yeah, no way.
Actually, really surprised to see him not make harvester here. He might just be trying to no-harv it. I think that's a huge error.
Inferno comes out.
There's no way you can beat an Inferno with
Yeah,
no
that's
harv
exactly
either.
what we needed to do. I feel like the boost was a complete total waste of money.
Yeah, I think Conrad maybe was aiming for the Inferno and missed. Here comes the steal. Omlette's going to go for a steal here. Very difficult to pull this off against an Inferno.
Inferno's gonna roast the jump jets.
Yep. Jump jets in the top do beat the Scorpion. But here comes the Inferno. I don't know how Omlette's going to fight this. Ah, it looks like that misclick's going to cost Omlette the game. And there it is.
Yep.
Really
Conrad
unlucky.
needs to send the Inferno to the base.
Yep, Conrad can just send Infernos at the base now. I really think
Yeah,
Omlette...
there's actually a spot on this map. There's like a rock right on top of the base, like above, like to the left of the lake. That's the perfect spot for the Inferno.
Yeah. I really think Omlette should have... I can see what he was going with, but I think he should have just conceded the second missile to get his harvest alive. And then tried to win the third one. But by going no-half for the second missile... No-half decks are almost always going to lose once you get to second and third missile. Unless the opponent's deck has no mid-range expensive units. But Conrad has an Inferno, so...
Yeah,
here comes the Inferno. This is going to blow up the base, and that's that. Really sad for Omlette there. Really disappointing. But yeah, that's Rivals. Sometimes you misclick, and that's game over. Alright, here we go. First semi-final. Agent Shadow versus Maximus. We're seeing Oksana versus Kane. Very interesting. I feel like Kayn might be as a counter to Titan, but there is no Titan in this game. And this is a very bad map for Kayn. This is one of the... Kayn can only ever hit one pad on this map. This is a very, very bad Kayn map. Agent Shadow just playing his standard aggro nod. So I think Agent Shadow is heavily favored here. Kayn is going to be
a good map for the old Kayn, because I remember before Kayn got nerfed, you used to do like full damage like harvesters.
Yep. You could Kayn someone's middle harvester for sure. With that one, I think if both players go one half, I don't know if the harvesters ever make it to the middle unless the game goes on very long.
Yeah.
All right, so Maximus is very weak to shades except for his Phantom. And Agent Shadow has Stealth Tank. Stealth Tank will one-shot a moving Tick Tank and one-shot a Phantom. In fact, Stealth Tank one-shots almost everything in Maximus's deck, so I think Agent is like heavily favored here. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. But yeah, Maximus making a Tick Tank, trying to get a Tick Tank up top. That's not going to be that good. Even if it burrows, it's not going to hold. It's not going to kill the Fanatics in time. So Agent's going to take first missile very easily here. Agent pushing on the Harvester now with 2 bikes and a Fanatic.
Yeah, Tick Tank's coming to the defend, but gets caught by the attack bikes.
Yeah, Agent with the dancing micro prevents the bikes, the Tick Tanks from getting involved. Here comes a Shade. Doesn't quite one-shot, but with the bike support it does. Yeah, this is absolutely brutal. This feels like Maximus brought this deck with the intention of fighting the Titan deck. That's what it looks like to me. And Agent Shadow, this is not a good map for the Titan deck, I think, so Agent has just not brought it.
He just brought his standard aggro deck instead, which completely counters what Maximus is running.
Yep. I also think that this map is very good for not aggro, so I think this is an excellent map, excellent deck choice from Agent for this map. So
agreed.
Yeah. And as you can see, it's not even close. I think the map is in Agent's favor. The map and the deck both in Agent's favor. Yeah, he just completely dominates that game. Alright, game 2. Agent Shadow versus Maximus. So this map is a very good map for the Titan deck. So this time... Alright, Maximus has actually brought the Titan. Agent has not brought the Titan deck. Agent has brought a Predator. I'm just going to mute Agent quick. So Agent's brought a Predator Pitbull deck with jump jets. Very interesting. Pretty good on this map. Maximus with a Titan deck, but it's just his classic deck with Titan as the splash instead of Wolverine. So it's not really a Titan deck. It's not like the SRPSS Titan deck.
No, not really. When I consider a Titan deck, I would consider having Razorback and Titan in the same deck.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Razorback Missile Titan combo
those are the 3 core units: Razorback, Hammerhead, and Titan.
Yep, and then you play missiles because missiles are insane with Razorback. And here we see both players going for the build pop capping. Maximus desperately trying not to kill this one-man rifle. Agent actually doesn't pop cap here. He kills off those rifles. So I think Agent is very wisely... Agent's deck is actually very good against Maximus because Maximus often plays this double air triple imp. So Slingshot Razorback is excellent versus Maximus.
And unfortunately, Maximus is trying way too hard to pop cap. He lost all of his talents in jump jets.
Yeah, I've actually noticed Maximus do this a lot on ladder, where he tries so hard to pop cap me that he just loses the game whilst doing it. But yeah, I mean, that's my favorite thing in the world, is to watch someone trying to pop cap and lose the game because of it. There's literally nothing I like more. Alright, so looking very good for Agent. Obviously, his deck is very good versus Maximus's deck. Razorback and Slingshot kills everything.
Struggling on economy from all the heavy losses he took earlier.
Yep. He just keeps losing jump jets and talons and orcas, and they're expensive units to lose.
Oh, definitely. No, he'll never be able to afford the Titan now.
Alright, so Agent takes first missile, goes for a second Slingshot, which is a little surprising.
I would say Maximus would double hover for the time, but he just does not have time for it right now. Like he lost the first missile. He should have done it right at the start of the game.
Yeah. If he wanted to get Titan out, he should have done it at the start of the game. I think the reason that Agent went double Slingshot here is a single Slingshot can't stop an Orca walking up to it and killing it, but double Slingshot will. And he knows that one Razorback is enough to kill all of Maximus's infantry. So he knows that he's got basically all of Maximus's deck hard countered. This is one of the weaknesses of being someone who plays a specific deck all the time. It's very easy for your opponent to build a counter deck, and that is exactly what Agent has done. I mean, look at this. He has 3 Slingshots on the field. Yep. It's just outrageous. And like Maximus just has no vehicles, so he can't beat Slingshot plus Razorback.
Is so good against infantry. You only need one of them.
Yep, absolutely nuts. So yeah, Agent takes that very easily with a very nice deck choice. All right, match point: Agent Shadow versus Maximus. Agent Shadow is 2-0 up. Maximus needs to take this one, or he's going to be out of the tournament. Sorry, he goes to the 3rd, 4th place match. Sorry, not out of the tournament. Okay.
The doctor is
Agent with the emotes again. We'll see if he spams them too quickly. I'm going to mute him again. But if he's going to be sensible with them, I'll let him do them. We just see one emote, so he's good for now. All right, so Maximus is going for a Rockworm Fanatic deck. Rockworm, you know, actually, like, Scorpions don't do great against tech, but Predators do pretty well. I think Predator will be okay against Rockworm in a way that Scorpion just isn't.
Yeah.
So Maximus does go double Harvester to try and get these Rockworms out. You can see Agent dancing these rifles.
Unit ready.
Alright, I don't know if Maximus sneaks the bike onto the middle pad, so it's looking pretty good for him here. Oh, boosts them. I don't know if that's a good... I think that's a bad idea.
No, I actually think that's an extreme waste of Tiberium. Because one way or another, the bikes weren't going to beat the Pitbull.
Yeah.
So the boost was definitely a waste of 30.
Yeah, I agree. Like, the bikes... But I don't think boosted bikes beat a Pitbull anyway, so there's no reason to boost.
No, they don't.
And it's the same cost as a new bike squadron. And whilst he have pop cap, so it's like he can't afford the new... He can't make a new bike squadron anyway. He does want to try and get to Rockworm, so that 30 tip does matter.
Unit lost.
We also see Agent Liang steal the back pad, so even if he got onto the middle, it wouldn't have mattered.
Lost.
All right, so
Yeah,
Agent
he
makes
just
the
needs to play cheap units until he gets out the Rockworm.
yeah. And to be fair, Maximus has been doing that. We haven't seen him make a Fanatic.
Yeah.
He's only made like the most expensive unit he's made is bikes. But now we need to see Maximus. Oh wow, here's the first Rockworm already.
Yeah.
So he's gonna go defend his Harvesters from this Predator.
And he needs to put the Fanatics on the top because the Fanatics aren't going to beat the Riflemen.
Actually looking really bad for Maximus here. The Rockworm just isn't quick enough.
Extremely bad.
And that's just
He
going to be
goes
game
around so
over.
much.
Yeah, I think defending the Harvester was a mistake. Like, he needed to get that Rockworm into combat. Alright, here we go. Semi-final number 2. Conrad versus Surpus, SRPSS, whatever you want to call him.
What does he prefer?
I don't think he knows. I don't think he even knows what his name should be. Alright, so we are seeing the Titan deck from SRPSS. And Conrad is playing the, what does he call it, Infernom?
Yeah, Inferno.
Yeah. That's Alicia's standard nod deck. Who do you think's favored in matchup here?
It's hard to say. It's whoever plays better. I actually think Serp's deck is a lot better since it's easier to defend Titans than it is to defend Inferno.
Sure, that's fair.
And it's also, I will say the Inferno deck's quite expensive early to mid game. It's like you have to be really winning and the snowball him out the end.
Yep. Although I do think this map is, generally speaking, much better for Nod than GDI.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We'll have to see if the Razorback is quick enough.
This is when the deck really struggles. It's because the Inferno deck has a hard time when there's missile troops and the Razorback together. It's just so hard to like pick up the Razorback when it's behind the missile boys.
Yeah, I think every Nod deck feels that way. Alright, so SRPSS takes the first missile pretty comfortably, honestly. Razorback cleans up the Fanatics. Conrad can't get back on the pad in time. And now SRPSS is going after that Harvester, it looks like.
And right now, Conrad is struggling on resources since the Fanatics and bikes were a bit expensive.
Maybe up for a Phantom here. Here comes the Phantom. Not gonna...
Bikes wouldn't be able to take out the Mohawk.
Blitzes fire a lot with the Phantom there. So yeah, quite a lot of
How many bits to rig the
quite a lot of
rifle
missed
in my
missiles
favor?
there. Alright, so SRPSS gets the Harvester. Conrad cleans up all the air units. But SRPSS has a lot of cash now. He's not too far off a Titan if he wants it. I'm not sure he's going to even go for Titan this game. Here comes a boosted Phantom. Double boosted Phantom now. Wow. Takes a lot of damage from that Hammerhead. Yeah. That double boost.
The tech bikes are going to clean up the Razorback and Hammerhead bottom.
Actually looking pretty good for Conrad right now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't think SRPSS can get missiles up to the top in time. Yeah, it looks like... Look at Conrad.
With the bikes up top.
Ooh, nice move there with the Liang drone to buy himself some time. I don't think it's going to be enough though. And this is kind of just shows what I was saying about how Nod is heavily favored on this map.
To the bottom. I think wheels were actually a bad idea.
Yeah, I agree.
He needs to have the one bike shoot at the Mohawk. He's not doing it.
Wow, and it looks like he moves his bike off the
pad.
pad.
That was the problem there, because the Phantom needs one shot from the attack bikes in order to take out the Mohawk, and that didn't happen.
Yeah,
I was actually a lot closer than I thought.
SRPSS just outplayed Conrad on that third missile very hard, I think. All right, Conrad versus SRPSS, game number 2. Conrad has switched to Jackson. I'm guessing we'll see Titan again from SRPSS. Pretty much the only deck he plays in tournaments now. Yep, same deck exactly again. Conrad making the classic error that we've seen people make constantly during these events, which is
50,000. I seem to be out of bits.
to try and bring
check?
Grenadiers as a counter to the Titan. Now, this is not going to work because Grenadiers suck and they're going to die to Razorback very, very easily.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. It's like Grenadiers are like a shooting galley for like Razorback.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I don't see the Grenadiers making a big difference, but Conrad probably hasn't had a lot of experience against the Titan deck. He probably hasn't tried that many things. People who have played this deck a lot of times realize now that actually trying to answer the Titans is usually an error. Because once if you get to the point where the Titans are taking over the game, you've already lost. So you really just have to win the game before the Titans are relevant. That's how you win against it. I do think the Slingshot is a good choice because SRPSS's deck is very heavily based around the air. So the Slingshot is a good shout, but yeah, you see that the Slingshot dominates the first missile.
And SRPSS doesn't have the Pitbull, which is actually the perfect answer right now.
Yeah, he's playing the Mohawk instead this time.
The Slingshot cleaning up the Mohawks with relative ease.
Wow, I'm surprised at how long SRPSS has managed. Is he actually going to steal the missile? Wow, that was so close.
That was so close.
That's insane, right? Isn't that insane how SRPSS almost took a missile with Mohawks against a Slingshot?
Yeah. Like if the Mohawk lasted like just a millisecond more, I probably would have stole that.
Crazy. Alright, so SRPSS does lose the first missile, but he gets a massive amount of stall out of that.
Mohawk's going on an expedition for the harvester.
Little vision quest to the harvester. Alright, so here comes the first Titan. Conrad already has Grens. Grens obviously will beat the Titan 1v1 if SRPSS doesn't support it, but you see SRPSS immediately makes the Razorback. Now the thing is, SRPSS should be able to kill Slingshots that are hidden behind the Grenadiers, and then the Razorback should be able to come in and kill the Grens. That's how this matchup should hopefully go. That's how SRPSS is expecting it to go.
And the boosted Slingshot does take out the Razorback. Another one falls in its place.
As you can see, SRPSS goes double Razorback here to clean up the Grens a little bit quicker. Titan is moving into position here. Doesn't get the kill on the Slingshot, but forces it to move. And as you can see, this is what happens. The Grens look like they should be doing okay, but they still haven't even killed one Slingshot, or one Titan, sorry. Here comes the Liang drone again.
And the dogs are body blocking the bottom Titan out of the pad.
Yep, a third Slingshot, a third Titan comes in. And as you can see, this is the problem. The Razorback has killed all the Grens. He still hasn't even killed one Titan yet. That's still the first Titan.
And Conrad notices that Serps doesn't have any anti-air.
And make some Mohawks, yeah. Nice play to switch into the Mohawks here. This could get him the missile, depending on whether or not SRPSS can take it. Oh, no, there goes the Sling. And with that misplay, I think that SRPSS is in a very strong position. Although he does need to kill a lot of missiles here. Conrad with some fast tech switches.
He needs a Slingshot now.
Yeah, very nice tech switches from Conrad to buy himself time.
To go back on the pad. He needs both pads now.
It's just not enough. It's just not enough. Even after killing 3 Titans, it just isn't enough. And SRPSS sitting on 200 Tib makes his 4th Titan of the game. He's been making
instantly taken out, and then Conrad's suffering economy doesn't have any money for anything.
Yep.
So ran out of Tiberium altogether, but it doesn't matter as Conrad doesn't have enough to make anything to fight back.
Yeah, we've actually reached a point now where SRPSS has no money income. If Conrad is able to get back into the game here, he could actually win this just because SRPSS is completely out of money. SRPSS realizes that he actually might lose this game if it goes long and tries to go for a base kill, shooting through these grenadiers and with double hammerhead. I don't know if Conrad can stop this in
I don't know
time.
if he can do it.
I think
oh, yeah, he is going to do it. Due to the fact
he's
that
gonna take it.
Through the grenadiers.
Absolutely crazy. Wow. And if Conrad almost managed to do it, you know, like I almost had to eat my words there.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty interesting game to watch. It was actually exciting. I didn't actually think it would be that close.
Establishing.
All right, guys, here we are. Match point: SRPSS versus Conrad. Conrad has switched to Liang, which is a smart decision because Liang is super broken.
And he has the skin advantage here.
He does have the skin advantage. That's true.
One. New objective.
All right, and Conrad has gone MSV Mammoth in an attempt to counter SRPSS. SRPSS has mixed his deck up a little bit here. He's changed the missile troopers into jump jets, which against Conrad having no infantry, no flying units, the jump jets are just going to be significantly better.
And then the War Dogs failed to block out the second harvester.
Yeah, they almost got it, but SRPSS saw it coming and moved his harvesters around.
That would have been huge if that happened.
I gotta say, I think Conrad's deck might be favored here. Like an MSV boosted Mammoth, if he gets to an MSV boosted Mammoth, it will annihilate Titans.
Yeah, the thing is, MSV boosted Mammoth is very expensive and quite hard to get to. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So,
He does need to get to it, is the thing. Very nice micro from SRPSS to avoid the dogs shooting his jump jets. Keeps pulling back. Oh, and he's pop capping them as well. Classic SRPSS. Goes in 2v1 against the Shatterer. Ooh, a Liang drone, very aggressive. SRPSS just retreats, realizing he's not going to win that one.
what Serps doesn't realize is the pop capping actually isn't going to help out here because Combat's supposed to play the late game anyway.
Yep.
With the deck he has.
Yep, Conrad is actually, like, by being unable to make units, Conrad is just going to save money sooner, and that actually might work out well for him. So yeah, I actually think this Shatterer MLRS deck is going to do a pretty good job against SRPSS. Once the MSV is up as well, it's going to be very hard for him to take out. Normally I'd say, obviously, Titan is very good versus Conrad's deck, except for the fact that Conrad has the Mammoth. I think Conrad potentially should have played his own Titan instead of Mammoth, because it would be out so much sooner, and with the MSV boost, he'd win the Titan Mirror. Alright, so SRPSS has the Titan. He has a very short window of time here.
To make sure that the Titan does actually shoot at the MLRS.
Yeah, I think he's just going to kill the Harvesters. I think he just wants economy.
Ooh, not good,
I think that's a great decision, honestly. I think this is a really nice play.
I think Serps actually missed a big shot here. Like, if he had the Titan and shot at the Shatterer, it would have killed the Shatterer and the MLRS.
Yeah. He gets the MLRS and the Mammoth, but boosted Mammoth is kind of a nightmare. Actually, it's half dead now, and SRPSS is so far ahead on money.
Oh yeah, he's got
Actually
3
insane.
Titans now. I actually think the Mammoth is completely toast.
Yeah, I don't see how the Mammoth wins this. There's too many Titans. You can see Conrad's trying to kill Harvester over Titan because he just needs money. Here comes an MSV as a last-ditch attempt, but I don't think this is going to do anything.
Gets built and gets completely destroyed.
This is why I think Conrad should have gone Titan instead, because he just like with the boost he would have won the Titan Mirror, but with Mammoth costing as much as it does.
The Mammoth tag fought valiantly, but it's completely manhandled by the Titans.
And to be fair, Titan should counter Mammoth tank. It shouldn't counter missiles the way it does, but it should counter Mammoth tank. Alright, and there it is. So that is 3-0 to SRPSS. He takes the... He moves on to the finals against Agent, and we're going to see Conrad versus Maximus in the third place game up next. Alright, Maximus versus Conrad. This is the third place match. Game 1. So we've got GDI Mirror, and it's Strong Arm versus Solomon. I believe Strong Arm is absolutely insane on this map.
And Maximus has his own variant of the Titan deck, which he's bringing. And Conrad's bringing a mid-range Solomon deck, it seems.
Yeah. So. Yeah, Maximus with his standard deck with Solomon, with Titan, and Conrad playing a weird Solomon deck. So yeah, as you were saying before the match started, it's really important on this map to pay attention to the middle tile, because the turret there is completely insane.
Yeah, it's like when you're playing as Strong Arm, it's like you want to put the turret there at any opportune moment, but when you're playing against it, you want to make sure you have a unit just like body blocking
Defense
this
online.
spot.
Yeah, and then here's the, as you see the turret, like it doesn't really do anything here because there's not enough units on the pad. But if there was more, if Conrad had more stuff going on, it would be a
Oh, yeah,
dominant force.
It would really be doing work there.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Powering up thrusters. On my way.
Unit ready.
Scouting ahead.
Unit
All right, so
lost.
Maximus gets some jump jets to deal with his slingshot.
Let's fly.
Conrad gets a Razorback out finally. Razorback plus slingshot is very good against Maximus's deck, so
Unit
that
ready.
combo is definitely going to be very strong. It's going to come down to, we actually saw this happen previously where I think it was Agent played this combo of Razorback slingshot against Maximus and dominated him with it. I'll be interested to see if Maximus can beat it this time around.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
It's going to be hard though. I feel like he's making the same mistake as before, where he's spending too much money on units and he can't get the Titans out.
Yeah, I
He's not
agree.
even close to doing the Titans.
I agree. Like, look how dominant this combo is against Maximus. Like, he struggles so hard with these two units. He really needs that Titan. But again, he didn't go double harvester. You can see he's now
needs to stop
saving for
building
it.
Units, like
Yep.
right now.
Yeah.
He needs to make a 10 cost unit because that doesn't really slow things down, or a Titan.
Yeah, he's literally just saving for Titan here. You can see because he needs a Titan to fight this sling. Conrad's going to respond with.
I actually would have kept the jump jets in the back, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like doing what he just did, he just gave away the jump jets for free.
And here comes the ion cannon. This is huge. Yeah, almost takes out that Titan. Maximus not playing Liang, so can't heal it back up. This Predator should be able to finish this Titan off.
Shoot it. There we go.
Goes down in one shot. That's a big yikes for
And the
Conrad
middle
there.
turret's gonna do some work here. He needs to put the rifleman to the left. Put the rifleman to the top pad.
Unit lost.
But
Gonna be
no,
close.
Rifleman just
I don't know if
gets
Conrad's going to get on the pads, and he does not. And Conrad goes
That
down
was
to the
so
Titan.
close.
Lost.
All right, well played Maximus with the Titan.
Establishing battle.
All right, here we go. Conrad versus Maximus. Game 2. Maximus still sticking with his favored strong arm. Conrad now playing Jackson.
3,
This time we're on middle Oasis.
1. New objective available.
All right, Conrad, Maximus, sorry, has gone back to the Wolverine, and Conrad is playing a Disruptor Zone Trooper deck. Okay, interesting.
I'm surprised none of them brought out the MLRS, which is actually really insane on this map.
Yeah, neither player. Yeah, no, you're right. MLRS is nuts on this map. It's so hard to defend your Harvester from MLRS on this map.
Building
MLS
online.
covers all of the Tiberian patches.
Yeah, we don't see that this game. Both players playing Talons, Talon Orca, and Rifleman. So Maximus gets 2v1 in the bottom left, but the Talon mirror, whoever wins on defense will win that. Maximus makes a second Talon, so he can 2v1, but Conrad also has a second Talon. But Conrad is forced to send his Talon downwards, because Maximus won the
That's harvested to the bottom right.
Harvester boosted. Doesn't
He
do
doesn't
enough.
have to.
Doesn't get there in
That's quite
time.
expensive from Conrad. That's
Yeah.
actually going to cost him later on.
Yeah, and he's looking to make tech units, so that 30 is not a small deal.
Lost.
Maximus with an Orca to start harassing this Harvester. Gets one volley, doesn't lose the Orca in return. Actually, I gotta say, Strong Arm is really bad on this map. I'm really surprised to see
Definitely.
Maximus
There's, like,
bring Strong
no-
Arm.
Ready.
No good spots to put the turret.
My way.
Yeah, there's basically no good places to put it.
Scouting ahead. Flying out.
Alright, so it's largely a Talon mirror at the moment that we're seeing.
Unit ready.
Maximus gets his tech lab open, but doesn't have enough for the Wolverine. I think this is a misplay to spend that money on the tech lab if he isn't going to immediately make a
I
Wolverine.
still think it's ridiculous that Maximus only plays Wolverine as a single tech unit. He's the only player that I've seen that does that.
Yeah,
I don't know, it's weird.
it's rarely looks good either. Like, he just loves Wolverine. Alright, so it looks like we are going to see a Wolverine this game. It might be decent this game because Conrad only has air and infantry until his tech
I can
units.
see the Wolverine being really strong against like zone troopers and the Orca.
Yeah, maybe. It kind of loses to Orca though. Like, you can fire a volley with an Orca and then retreat and reload and fire another volley and kill the
Orca
Wolverine.
with Michael will beat Wolverine, but in Silver League it doesn't.
Unit lost.
And Conrad just surrenders to the double Wolverine. Good job to Maximus there. Here we go. Last game, Conrad. Well, sorry, match point, I should say. Maximus versus Conrad. Maximus is 2-0 up. If he wins this one, he will take it.
New objective received.
Tiberium is calling.
So we've got Maximus playing the Fnatic Rockworm deck, and Conrad is on a slight variation on the Inferno deck. He's got lasers instead of those Scorpion tanks.
Yeah, I feel like this variation is always worse because
Yeah.
the Fanatics and Scorpion combo is just so damn good.
I
It's
agree
like,
with you.
Why would you remove that?
The thing is, like, the regular deck that you play has no good comeback mechanic. Like, once you fall behind, you tend to stay behind. But
Yeah,
it's such a
exactly.
powerful
It
deck
has
that
no laser
once
troops
you
as a
get
hard
ahead...
target.
The thing is, laser troops suck. Like, laser troops and missiles are not... Like, missiles are good because they combo insanely well with Razorback. Laser troops are kind of bad. And my biggest issue with laser troops is it makes your opponent build Fanatics. And any person who has Fanatics in their deck, the only thing they ever want to do is build Fanatics. This is the best unit in your deck. If you can build Fanatics and get value out of them killing stuff as well as the boost, they're completely insane.
Oh, yeah,
So
definitely.
building lasers just gives your opponent an excuse to build Fanatics, which they're ecstatic about. And you can see the 2 laser troops Maximus built have killed 3 wheel models between them before dying to a Fnatic squad.
It's like the only time I see like laser troops overperforming is like in combination with the chemical buggy. The chemical buggy can just drive through the laser troops as if it's like you can miss the troops in race decks. It's like
Yeah.
the same combination
Yeah.
going on.
Exactly that. That's like the good combo with the lasers. That's just having a unit that has radar and covers their weaknesses. So yeah.
Unit offline. Unit ready. Unit offline.
All right. So Conrad takes the first missile pretty easily. I think largely on the back of Maximus making too many lasers, and they just weren't very good.
And the Inferno comes out. Welcome coming from Maximus, but it's not going to be able to take out the Inferno, so he's probably going to have to use the Welcome to fight for the missile.
Yeah,
he's
he needs to
already
use-
a missile
yeah.
down, so
He needs to use the Rockworm to fight for this top right pad, or bottom right pad, sorry. Oh, I don't think he should
he needs to
burrow
burn a
here.
stealth tank like really badly.
He needs it to be standing. Like,
He's in a
obviously
really bad
it'll.
spot right now because he can't blow the Welcome. The Welcome has to be able to occupy a pad.
Yeah. Oh, and he
And then
loses the
Maximus
Fanatics
messed
as
up by
well.
playing the bike straight into the fire.
Oh, just about stalls it. But here comes the Inferno on the left pad.
Inferno comes down.
Looking very good for
Conrad.
Conrad here. And there it is. Conrad takes it. Alright, so we're going to a game 4. Alright guys, here we are. Still match point. 2-1 to Maximus now. Conrad needs to win this one still. Stay in this.
3, 2,
Let's see what they both brought. So Maximus playing his standard deck still, and Conrad exactly the same. This time he's Pitbull instead of Slingshot though.
unit ready.
Yep, your standard Cult of Titan deck from Conrad.
Yep.
Unit ready.
Riflemen ready to move out.
I swear, that Titan deck is just a pure cult now.
Yeah, it
It's-
really
it's-
is.
It's everybody's go-to deck for the tournament. It's
Yeah.
annoying.
It's become like the absolute tournament deck of
Surf's
choice.
fault.
It is, yeah. He's the one who
Shame on you,
popularized it
Sid.
for sure.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Flight check complete.
Alright, so Maximus gets his Talon out.
lost.
Got it.
Yep, here comes the pop capping from Maximus. He's going to put all of these rifles to 1 and then ignore them. Oh no, he accidentally kills one there. I think that was probably a misclick. I don't think he was meant to do that.
Unit ready.
Does actually take out both the rifles. Conrad switches into Pitbull. Maximus goes for the jump jets to counter. Maximus, I don't know, Maximus like probably thinks he's okay stalling because he has the Wolverine, but actually Conrad is way better.
Well, that's
Way
actually
more
a pretty
favored.
good turret there. The turret's going to clean up the Rifleman.
Yeah,
If I
nice
was
turret.
Maximus though, after the Rifleman would have died, I would have sent the jump jets in, but that was a bit late.
Yeah, the jump jets were a little bit later than they could have been. All he needs to do here is block with these jump jets and he should take this first missile.
You block
Oh,
the
Liang
Rifleman.
drone, classic Liang
I would
steal.
put the troops down under and then have the Rifleman go up. Yep, there we go. That's what he did.
Here comes the Talon. The Hammerhead is not in a position to switch. Looks like it's going to go to Maximus.
Town Rifleman going to team up on the single Rifleman squad.
And yeah, there we go. Maximus is going to take it. I like that Conrad pulled his Hammerhead off when he realized that
Yeah.
he was losing the missile. He preserved it. That was a good play. Because now he's going to be able to get a Talon kill with it.
Unit ready.
Maybe even a second Talon kill. Yeah, really nice there. Yeah, two Talon kills because he preserved his Hammerhead.
He's getting lots of value off the injured Hammerhead.
Yeah, it's effectively 3 Talon kills because the Pibble was able to clean up the third one. So that's like 90 Tiberium that he was able to kill just because he chose to keep that unit alive. A really nice play there.
And right now he needs to save up money for another Hammerhead.
Yep. I think he's trying to go into Titan here. It's like double half.
The air pressure is getting really intense here.
Maximus gets a Harvester kill, gets the Tech Lab.
Hammerhead comes out.
Hammerhead should clean up these Talons, no problem. And then take care of this Orca.
Should keep the Harvester alive long enough for the Hammerhead to deal with the Orca.
And Hammerhead does
the Harvester down so the Hammerhead can move through it.
Yeah, Hammerhead does a lot of work here. But here comes a Wolverine. I don't know how close he is to Titan on Conrad's side. I think he's pretty close. He's got 180, so yeah.
Close. He has enough for it now. He just needs to, yeah.
Here it comes. Is it going to be in time is now the question.
Yeah.
He sends the Hammerhead to tank.
It's getting its ass kicked.
Yeah, the Razorback also blocks the Titan getting in. That small misplay with the Razorback there, I think, is going to cost him this missile.
He needs to put the Harvester on the left pad right now.
Yeah, agreed. Razorback should clean up the right-hand side just in time. Titan is still alive just about, but here comes a Talon and a Jump Jet.
Hammerhead comes in on the right pad.
Gonna be close. Conrad's taking control of his top pad though. Alright, now each player... if the Titan player takes control of a pad, then they're in really good shape. And wow, this Hammerhead is going to tank long enough. Ooh, just long enough.
That was really close.
Alright, Conrad is heavily favored now once he gets the Titans going.
Orca cleans up the injured Harvester. Hammerhead going down to take out the Orca.
Yeah, now the classic Razorback plus Titan combo is up. It's very hard for Maximus to come back into this now.
Now Conrad's going to deny Maximus's economy with the Titan.
Yep, classic Titan play. Although his Titan's going down to these jump jets and he hasn't been healing it. So he is in danger of losing it here. Very nice blocking from Maximus. But yeah, it's so easy to just walk the Titan away and it survives.
Yeah, Titan just has so much health, you know.
It's crazy.
I was seeing its stats at level 15. That was insane. Like 18,700 health.
Yeah. And as you can see,
that's completely absurd how tanky
the economy in Rivals means that now, like 30 seconds later, Conrad has 2 more Titans.
Yeah, double the health of Sandstorm that costs exactly the same.
Yep. Alright, so Conrad does take it with the Titans. Okay, here we go. Maximus versus Conrad. Final game. Here we are in the best of 5, going to game 5. All to play for. 2-2 currently. Maximus with... Oh, he's got Hammerhead in his deck as his last unit. And Conrad goes back to the Inferno deck. Very interesting stuff. Who do you think's favored in this matchup, Alicia?
It's hard to say. I feel like both decks have a little bit on each other.
So you think it's pretty close?
It really depends, though. I actually think the Inferno deck is actually favored. I think the late game from the Inferno deck is a lot stronger. Assuming Conrad can get to late game, because Maximus has a better early game, but a worse late game.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think if Conrad gets going with like Fanatic boosts on Infernos and Phantoms, that's going to be insane.
Because once the Phantom is paired up with the bikes, could easily take out the Hammerhead, Orca, everything else there, while the Inferno takes out all the ground units.
Yep. Alright, so Conrad with the bikes comes out. Maximus takes out the wheels of the Orca. Conrad, pretty strong position at the moment. Here comes some jump jets to handle these bikes. Boosted Fanatics come in. I don't know if they're going to be in time.
He needs to block Rifleman, needs to block the laser troop.
Just about! And there's the flip!
Yeah. Maximus completely lost that because the Rifleman didn't block the laser troop. If they blocked, he would have got that first missile.
Yep, he had the block in position and then he didn't move the air unit out of the way, so the Rifleman kept moving. So obviously they couldn't occupy the same tile. He needed to move the air unit out of the way.
Take out the Orca, that was a nice play.
Alright, so Conrad actually looking pretty strong right now.
Second Orca coming in to finish the job.
Yeah, he should get this Harvester here, but I don't know how big a deal that is. Maximus did need that cash, but yeah, he hasn't got...
Conrad does have 100 tips, so it's not going to set him back that far. He has to move his lasers to take out the Orca. The Orca got some pot shots in on the Harvester.
Does clean up the Orca.
The second missile is going to go clean sweep to Maximus. We're going to see what happens in the third. Phantom's going to take out the Talons, and the Fanatics going to be the answer to the jump jets.
Defense online.
boosted Fanatics. That's a good move, but unfortunately, it's not enough to jump jets block the Fanatics.
Yeah, and Maximus takes second missile, so we'll go to a third missile here. Conrad pretty broke at this point, actually. About to lose the Harvester again. Only 60 tib, not looking great for him. Looks like Maximus is in really strong position at the moment.
Yeah, the idea of Fnatic army is going to take out the jump jets.
And he blocked his Harvester for a really long time. I think this one looks like it's Maximus's game to lose, honestly.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's very far ahead in the economy right now.
This Hammerhead was a little too early, I think. I don't think we're going to see.
Harvester, there we go.
Ooh, I don't know. Maximus is throwing away a lot of resources here, and I don't think we're going to see an air unit from Conrad. So this Hammerhead's going to be completely
What he
useless.
should have done is he should have charged the missile pad, but instead he tried to press his advantage even further.
Yeah, after he got that Harvester kill, he should have backed up and defended because I think he was in
The
good
middle turret is
position.
doing some serious work, wiping out so much infantry.
Unit ready.
Maximus still going after the Harvester. I feel like at this point it's a little bit
Oh yeah,
redundant.
definitely. Phantom coming in to save the day. Hammerhead coming to save the other day.
Oh, this is not looking good. Maximus needs to get something down in the bottom.
Yeah, boosted laser troops.
Looking very bad for Maximus. I think he might throw it here.
He put laser troops back on. Hammerhead comes bottom. Jump jets come top.
Another Phantom.
Unit ready.
Maximus really doesn't have a good answer to this Phantom.
Yeah, they
Haven't used Talons.
Gonna wipe out all units in the bottom.
Oh no, Maximus! Ah, Maximus
shakes
froze it.
3-2 to Conrad.
Ah man, well played Conrad though. Well played to get back into that
Yeah,
one.
that was definitely well played.
It looked like Maximus had that one for sure, and Conrad managed to clean sweep. So there you go, Conrad with the reverse sweep. All right, here we are, guys. Grand finals: SRPSS versus Agent Shadow. I suspect we'll be seeing a lot of Titans here.
Received.
What? No Titans? What?
Oh my God, no Titans. I don't know what's happening. Maybe both players.
Online.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe both players thought the other player would play a counter deck to Titans, and therefore played a deck that counter the counter. Oh, apparently
has
they've
some
agreed no
movement.
tech.
I'm on it.
Ah,
Serves as
okay,
double
yes.
harvesting. Agent Shadow spots that and reacts with the jump jets.
Never mind. I've been told that both players have agreed between themselves to not play tech. So
Unit ready.
that is why we're not seeing any Titans. All right, so we're going to see a no tech grand finals here.
Unit
So SRPSS goes double harvester anyway. We're just going for the Borka plan.
building online.
Agent Shadow harasses with jump jets but doesn't get much done against Liang.
Powering up thrusters. On my way.
Here come the Talons from Agent. Talon is going to be very good in this matchup, I think. Although SRPSS still does have Hammerhead.
If there's no tech out there, I actually think the Inferno deck's actually one of the better decks.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, also Borka, right? Borka is going to be very good with no
Oh yeah,
tech.
definitely. The
Well,
bomber
SRPSS
deck reigns supreme.
SRPSS gets pretty run over here on the first missile. He does have two harvesters, so that's kind of to be expected.
Yeah,
He's down a pop cap. Matters a
To
lot.
take out the Razorback if the Razorback's cleaning up the jump jets.
Ready. Unit lost.
It's very interesting. It's like
Unit
he's double harvesting into the Orca Bombers. We're gonna see if the nerf Slingshot can deal with the nerf Orca Bomber.
unit lost.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Slingshot is actually pretty weak to... It's going to come down to the Talons more than anything else. I think they're going to be
I
the
know
critical
two
unit.
Slingshots is more than enough to deal with the Orca Bomber, but one just doesn't.
Two Slingshots, you often lose the Slingshot still, but yes, you're way ahead in economy there.
Unit ready.
SRPSS mostly just using Pitbull Razorback right now. Agent Shadow getting some good damage on the Razorback with that Talon though as it flies by. Talon's anti-air damage is actually extremely high.
Powering up thrusters.
The Serbs really hasn't had a reason to play the Orca Bomber, so no Orca Bombers are being played out right now.
Yep, and here comes the first one. Is it going to be in
A
time
really nice
though? It's
missile
not going to be in
flip by
time.
Heath.
Nice block from Agent. And he just takes the game. Alright, congratulations Agent Shadow.
And Serbs miscalculated that.
Yep, a little bit late on the Orca Bomber.
Establishing
Alright, game 2. Agent versus SRPSS. SRPSS sticking with Liang. Agent switching to Oksana Nod here. We are now on Rush-In is the map. It is 1-0 to Agent currently. Oh, Agent playing Laser 5 War Factory. SRPSS playing the Bomber
Without
deck
the
again.
Fanatics, that's interesting.
Yeah, very weird deck from Agent here.
Every time I see Agent plays this type of deck, he always plays it with the Fanatics.
unit ready.
I think I've seen him play this deck a couple of times in like Coliseum, but it's a bit of a Willy Wonka deck.
Willy Wonka deck.
Yeah, I don't really like this deck that much. It's definitely like, I don't know how he ever beats like a Mutant Marauder. I assume he just figures his opponent will never bring a Mutant Marauder. which is fair enough.
Yeah, fair
But
enough.
yeah, this deck is very weak to mutants or Grens even, because only the Chem Buggy and the wheels is anti-infantry. Rocket says looks like he wants to negate Razorback. Yeah, that's true. That's probably what he's trying to do, is trying to negate Razorback. It's going to be tough though to deal with Orca Bomber with this deck. Like he's got a Stealth Tank, but Stealth Tank versus Orca Bomber can be a very volatile matchup. Alright, so here comes the first Stealth Tank. It's going to take out a Pitbull. Very good for Agent there. He wants to get value every time that Stealth Tank reloads. SRPSS goes double Pitbull. He's going to move his Harvester onto the back pad. I don't know what Agent...
I'll just forget trying to attack mid and then go for the right pad.
I agree.
Too heavily guarded.
That's what I would have done. I would have sent this Stealth Tank top right immediately. Oh, doesn't quite sneak on.
Stealth Tank gets boost and gets hit at by everything.
Yeah, he took a lot of damage there. He actually would have got on. He like did a little micro trick. He was heading towards, and then he moved back as though he was going to get blocked. I think what happened was the Stealth Tank was ordered to move to a tile that was occupied, and then when the vision revealed the tile was occupied, it auto defaulted trying to go the other way.
It's like the thing is you can't fault Agent Shadow too much. It's like we as the spectators know that middle was too heavily guarded, but Agent Shadow didn't have vision of the middle.
Yep, he might not necessarily know what's there exactly.
Yeah.
Or what tile exactly they're on, more importantly. He probably remembered it was a missile and a Pitbull because he's a good player and he saw them, but he probably didn't know exactly which tiles they were occupying. And that's what ended up moving the Stealth Tank in the wrong direction. Alright, so Agent has a Scorpion now. SRPSS with the first Orca Bomber. I think SRPSS is favored in this matchup. I think Orca Bomber is going to be insanely good. Alright, here comes second missile. Stealth Tank comes in.
Yeah, bikes and chemical buggy come down to secure the middle.
Double bike is not going to kill the Borker in time. And that's going to be it. SRPSS takes the second missile. Alright, so we're one apiece. Okay, game 3. It's 1-1. SRPSS versus Agent. We're on Castaway now. We're seeing Oksana and Liang again. I'm interested to see if anyone brings a Fortress style deck, because this is obviously a very good map for that.
Oh yeah,
Nope.
definitely. I didn't even think about that, to be honest.
Almost
Yeah,
the
you're
exact
right.
same decks. SRPSS brings... To be fair to SRPSS, this is a very good map for Borker, so it makes sense to bring Borker on this map. For Agent...
I say this is a really bad map for Stealth Tanks, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Stealth Tank's still fine. I think people, like, losing Stealth is not that relevant a lot of the time. So, I think it is definitely weaker for a Stealth unit, obviously, but I don't think the Stealth is what makes Stealth Tank
I don't
good.
think Serps has a deck to take advantage of an unstealth Stealth Tank. Unstealth Stealth Tank, you usually need, like, a Predator tank,
Yeah.
a Scorpion tank. To hit it
Yeah,
hard.
that's true. That's true. That's a fair way of putting it, because like the unit he has that will kill Stealth Tanks anyway is the Borker, and that's going to bomb everything regardless of whether or not it's stealthed, so...
And Chemical Buggy's gonna get chased down by the pit boss. Stealth Tank coming.
Yeah, an Agent, because he went Chemical Buggy and then Stealth Tank, because he didn't have an answer to Pitbull other than Stealth Tank. He's just so weak on this first missile. He just gets dominated by the Pitbulls. Alright, so Agent does take down the two Pitbulls. There goes the Chem Buggy as well. Fresh Chem Buggy comes out.
Yeah, Chemical Buggy gonna clean up all the missile troops in the middle.
Not looking that good for Agent. He really needs to get these Fanatics out. Like, trying to kill these missiles with just Chem Buggy is pretty inefficient. He wants Fanatics anyway, just to boost his units. So I'm surprised to see we still don't see any Fanatics
Yeah,
yet.
Chemical Buggy's strong against the missile troops, just not two of them at the same time.
Yep. Here come the Fanatics finally. SRPSS doing the classic thing. You'll see a lot of strong players do this. If your opponent doesn't show you a good answer to missiles, you just keep making them until they do. So he kept making missiles. He had control of the map.
Orca Bomb is coming out now. Let's see if the Stealth Tanks can deal with it.
There's two Stealth Tanks in defensive positions. This Orca Bomber should do very little. The Agent gets too aggressive, misses, and oh my god, he loses a ton of damage. Sorry, a ton of health on the Stealth Tanks because of it.
Now we have two injured vehicles in the middle. They're going to be taken down by the missile troops.
SRPSS is in very bad shape. Oh, Liang Steel. Liang Steel buys time.
Move the flags to the right. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Agent takes this missile.
Yeah, definitely.
This would be a nice time to have an Orca Bomber. Alright, so SRPSS does get hit in the face by a nuclear missile.
And Chemical Buggy coming in. I would actually save the Fanatic right there. I wouldn't just let it die. Because that one single Fanatic that just died could have boosted the Chemical Buggy.
Alright, so Agent's still trying to use Chemical Buggy Stealth Tank. That's his primary win condition. SRPSS has quite a lot of money saved up. He's got a Borker on the field and enough money for another one. Yep, here comes double Borker. Probably going to try and use this to clean up the whole field. But hang on, he loses one. Second one gets chased down as well. Oh, and he bombs his own Pitbull down. And the Stealth Tank reloads insanely quickly there with a double boost.
Block with the Fanatics now.
I think Agent's going to take it. And there it is. Wow, really well played by Agent there. Yeah, really shut down those Orca Bombers completely. Very nice play from Agent. Alright, game 4. Agent versus SRPSS. We're on a Liang mirror now. Very interesting. I wonder if SRPSS is going to have adjusted his deck at all, or if he's just very comfortable with what he's got.
2, 1.
And neither of them have the skin advantage. They're using the default Liangs. So
Both noobs confirmed. Alright, so...
I mean, these guys won enough tournaments. They should have a Liang skin.
Yeah, right? They could have picked a Liang skin by now. So SRPSS has switched the Pitbull into a Predator tank. Agent has completely changed his deck. He's now just playing a 2-2-2 GDI. So SRPSS has clearly changed Predator intentionally, thinking that Agent's going to play a similar Nod deck. And Agent's just completely changed deck. Alright, so we see a little bit of pop capping. There's a one-man rifle for Agent. Agent also pop capping. Yep, there we go. True rivals at its best. The true art form.
This is peak rivals.
Yep, this is what makes rivals great to watch. Here comes the first Razorback. This is going to clean up all of SRPSS's infantry.
Nearly leaves the rifleman with one squad left.
SRPSS needs a Hammerhead to counter this. Finally gets it out. It's going to be too late though, it looks like. Yep, Hammerhead's going to be too late. And Agent's going to take first missile. A little bit of dancing there from the Razorback. Make sure it only takes one hit.
Building online. Unit lost.
Alright, slingshot for Agent to protect his Razorback. SRPSS is forced to retreat. Gonna see a Predator tank soon. Ooh, a nice little Raider shot there from the Hammerhead. Just about keeps it alive.
He needs to heal the Hammerhead. Hammerhead's really injured.
Yeah, I don't know if he can afford it right now, but he does. He definitely wants to try and keep this thing alive long enough to. Oh, he's moved it past.
Ooh.
Went past the slingshot and it goes down.
That was expensive.
Razorback, double Razorback coming in. These things
like
are...
many options. He needs to build either a Predator tank or or Orca Bomber to break through.
Yep.
Like he already has the Razorbacks for the infantry.
Yep, the slingshot is causing him a lot of issues here. He needs something to deal with it.
Crystals are calling.
Agent just creating a fortress around this slingshot. SRPS is having to throw almost the entire Razorback under the bus to kill a single rifle against this sling. And here comes the Liang steal. Only one missile trooper to block it, and the Razorback cleans it up as well. Is he going to get in time? Just about. But there's the handslings. And Agent takes it.
Sips had the counters, he just didn't build them.
Yeah, I think he should have made a Predator at some point. But it's difficult to get a Predator through jump jets. Like, Agent's deck was very nice against SRPSS's.
But
Okay.
I would have at least experimented with at least one Orca Bomber. I felt like the Orca Bomber could have cleaned up house there.
Right. Congratulations to Agent Shadow. 3-1 takes down SRPSS. We didn't see any counters to the Titan deck still. They both just agreed not to play Titan. So there we go, guys. 3-1 to Agent. Congratulations, Agent. And yeah, thank you, Alicia, for co-casting.
Yeah, no problem.
And that'll be it for this week. We're going to do our marbles race to see who wins the vanity item of choice. But that will not be a part of this video. So if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for hanging out, guys. And I'll see you all next time.